Welcome to today's biology class. Very good morning to all of you. By seeing these particular pictures, I hope you understand that the topic what we are going to learn today. Yes, you are exactly correct. The topic is asexual reproduction. Okay, before the starting this particular topic, we already learned in the introductory topic what is called as a reproduction. The process of a production of a new individual is called as an reproduction. Otherwise, we can say that the ability to produce the young ones is called as an the reproduction. So, reproduction is carried by the two methods. The one is sexual reproduction and the second one is asexual reproduction. Okay, what is the difference between the sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction? So, sexual reproduction, it occurs in between the two individuals or two organisms, that is a male and a female. They produce the male gametes and a female gametes, and there is a fusion of these gametes. So obviously the fusion of the gametes is result the zygote. That particular process is called as a fertilization. The zygote is developed like as an embryo. Embryo is converted into adult in the due course. That is the sexual reproduction. Whereas coming to the asexual reproduction, in asexual process, there is no, it occurs only in an individual organism, that is a single organism. There is no production of gametes and there is no fusion of the gametes. So, how this asexual or reproduction occurs in an living organisms? That's the topic we are going to study today, class. Okay, in asexual reproduction, what will happen? How it will be takes place? In which organisms it will be occur? Let me explain. Okay, the first process what we are going to study is here is the binary fission. It occurs in amoeba. Okay, so amoeba lives in an aquatic organism. Okay, it is an unicellular organism. It comes under the phylum Protozoans. If you look this particular picture, it is clear for you. Inside the cell of an amoeba, there will be the nucleus. Cell is filled with the cytoplasm. Okay, and there is a finger-like projections called as pseudopodia. Okay, and there will be a single cell wall, and throughout the life, this particular organism lives only with the single cell. That's the reason this particular organism is called as a unicellular organism. Okay, is it clear? Yes. Now see the process, how the asexual process it will be occur. First step, if you observe here, enlargement of the nucleus it will be takes place. Okay, in higher classes we can say that the division of the nucleus it will be occur. Okay, how this division of the nucleus occur? What is the method involved in this particular reproduction? That particular process is called as an binary fission. Okay, look, the bi means here two, fission means division. Where the divisions are taking place? The divisions are taking place here in the nucleus. The nucleus is splits into two. Okay, how the nucleus is splits into two means by enlargement of the nucleus. Okay, if you look here, we can see that the nucleus is enlarging. Okay, whenever the nucleus is getting enlarging, the cell wall will also get enlarges. Okay, and at the same time, the cytoplasm which is present inside the cell is also scattered. Okay, yes. In the second picture, we can see that the nucleus is further it will be enlarged, elongates, we can say that. Okay, whenever this enlargement is taking place and the cytoplasm slowly moves to the both the sides. Okay, and in third picture we are seeing that the nucleus it forms the constriction like this. Okay, we can see this notch-like structure that it will be called as an constriction. Okay, yes, whenever this constriction occurs or whenever constriction begins, automatically what will happen? That it will be deepens and it will be splits into two equal parts. That is only called as a fission. Where this fission is taking place? It is taking place in the nucleus. Okay, as a result of the fission and as a result of this division, the nucleus is splits into two equal halves. Whenever this nucleus is split into the two equal halves, already the enlargement of the cell wall occurs, that will also the deepens and it will be separates. And automatically what will happen, the cytoplasm which is present inside the nucleus is shuffled or moved towards to this the ends of this cells, and obviously then two daughter organisms it will be produced. Okay, is it clear, children? Let me once repeat. The first what you observe here, enlargement of the nucleus, and as a result what will happen, the deepened structure it will be formed, followed by the separation of the cytoplasm. At the same time, the enlargement of the cell wall will also occurs, cell wall will also deepens, and finally the fission occurs. As a result, nucleus is splits into two equal halves and they produce the two daughter amoeba, and these two daughter amoeba, if you look exactly, it looks like as an parent amoeba. Okay, did you observe anywhere here in the fusion of the gametes? No. So without the fusion of the gametes, only from the single organism, that's a single amoeba, it produces two daughter amoeba. That particular process is called as an binary fission. It's clear? Yes. The second process what you are going to study here is budding in yeast. Okay. Budding in yeast as well as, and we will study the budding in hydra. Okay. Whereas coming to this hydra, hydra belongs to the phylum Coelenterata. Okay, it is also an marine organism. Okay, if you observe this amoeba structure, it has a cylindrical stem-like structure, and if you see this finger-like projections, we'll call it as a tentacles, and then this is attached to the substratum. Okay, if you look at if you look at hydra, and we can see that the stalk portion, a small bud-like structure is coming out. That is called as a protrudes out. It comes out. A small bud comes out, and the later this bud it will be increases the develops, and the third step if you observe, and it produce, and it gets its the tentacles. And finally, what will happen? And the hydra was developed. Okay, it may stay or it may attach along with the mother hydra, or it may separate, or it may detach from the parent. Okay, yes. Let me repeat once here. The protruded cell bud comes out. So, how this the protruded buds comes out? That particular region, the margin of that particular region has regenerative cells. The cell number it will be gets proliferate. The meaning of proliferation is here it gets increased. Okay, whenever the mass of the cells are produced, and these mass of the cells, the cluster of cells, we'll call it as a tissues. And obviously this tissue convert like as an organ, and then it protrudes outside. And it protrudes outside, and it will be formed like as a small bud. From the small bud, a group of finger-like projections it will be arise, and these are called as the tentacles. When the time comes, then what will happen? It may separate from the parent, and then it leads an individual life. Okay, that is the process called as budding in hydra. Okay, children. Yes. The last topic, let me explain what you are going to study here is the cloning. Okay, actually what is this cloning? And this is also come under an asexual process. Who introduced this particular method, the cloning first time? Means his name is Ian Wilmot and his colleagues. They belongs to the Roslin the institute, which is there in an Edinburgh. It's located in Scotland. Okay, in an year, what is that? 5th July of 1996. They gave birth to the dolly. That's the name of the sheep. How this the dolly has established, how it has come. To do this particular activity, they selected the two sheep. The one sheep name is Finn Dorset sheep. Finn, just look here, this is a Finn Dorset sheep. And the second one is Scottish black-faced ewe. Okay, first one is what? Finn Dorset, and the second one is, look this particular picture. Second is here the Scottish black face Eve. Okay, yes. So now after selecting these particular two sheeps, how they did the process? From the fin-dorsate sheep, from the mammary glands, they selected one cell. Okay, look at this process. They selected the cell from mammary glands of fin-dorsate sheep. Okay, yes. Second step, what they did here means from the Scottish blackface Eve, they took egg. Okay, they took the egg from that, and this they kept it in out separate. Okay, yes. Then the third step, what they did means they removed the nucleus from egg. From which sheep they collected the egg? That is a Scottish blackface Eve. From the Scottish blackface sheep, they collect egg. From the egg, they remove the nucleus. Are you following? They remove the nucleus. So they removed the nucleus, and then next what they did means they, in the place of the nucleus, they placed the egg from the first sheep, that is fin-dorsate sheep. They collected the cell from the mammary gland. No, the cell has a nucleus. They took that particular cell and they placed that egg, the nucleus they took from that particular cell, and they placed it in the Scottish blackface Eve. Okay, let me repeat here once. They took the two sheeps here. The first sheep is fin-dorsate sheep. The second sheep is the Scottish blackface Eve. Okay, yes. So the second step, what they did here means from the fin-dorsate sheep, from the mammary glands, they select the cell and they kept aside. And from the second sheep, that is the Scottish blackface Eve, they took the egg and they removed the nucleus and they kept aside. Okay, yes. Now from the first sheep, the cell what they collected, from there they took the nucleus and they placed it in the Scottish blackface sheep egg, they placed it. Okay. Okay, the nucleus is transplanted here. The nucleus is transferred from the sheep to the second sheep. And the further development occurs after the development occur. Then they took that egg and they placed it in the Scottish blackface sheep. The entire development of this egg to the zygote to the embryo occurs in the Scottish blackface sheep. So after finishing this gestation period, and the blackface Eve gave birth to the dolly. Okay, yes. When the dolly was born in the 5th July in the year 1996. Okay, after the birth, they observed the dolly features. When they looked the features of the dolly, even though which one gave the birth to the dolly? The Scottish blackfish sheep gave the birth, but there is no resemblance, there is no characteristic feature of this Scottish blackfish. Why? Because there is no nucleus and there is no genetic material, and obviously there is no inherited characteristic features. But as this the first sheep nucleus, we placed it in the second sheep egg. So the dolly exactly they look like as an fin-dorsate the sheep. Okay, so like that the new sheep was the clone in the 1996 and the 5th July. This dolly sheep has gave birth to many offsprings. But unfortunately, what happened to this the dolly means because of the lung diseases, the dolly was no more. It was died in the year 2003 of 14th Feb. Okay, afterwards they tried for the many cloned mammals, of course, and their sometimes their process is it's not an progressive way, and we have to wait for the results and how progressively we can get the cloned one also. So in the cloned organisms also we can see after dolly has born, and dolly gave birth to the offsprings in sexual process. Dolly was born in a sexual method, but after the dolly has started giving the offsprings, it has given in an sexual process. Okay children, that's all for this the particular topic, and I hope the topic is clear to you, and I'll forward the PDF and just please go through that. Stay safe at home and have a good day. Bye.